Mega Man 5 for the NES was released in Japan and North America on December of 1992. The storyline of Mega Man 5 takes place during the 21st century, the year 2000XX. Proto Man, once the ally of the world's greatest hero, leads an army of robots to cripple the world's defenders. He kidnaps his own creator, Dr. Light. Mega Man wonders why he is doing this, but with little choice left, he sets out to stop Proto Man. Mega Man must blast his way through various themed levels, destroy robots, dodge obstacles, slide through platforms, until he confronts one of the 8 robot masters: Starman, Gravity Man, Gyro Man, Stone Man, Crystal Man, Charge Man, Napalm Man, and Wave Man. After defeating the 8 robot masters, Mega Man makes his way to Proto Man's castle, battling through various levels until he finally confronts Proto Man. However, the real Proto Man arrives in the nick of time to reveal the fake as Dark Man, one of Dr. Wily's newest robots. Mega Man defeats the imposter and then pursues his arch enemy to his newly rebuilt fortress, defeats him, and saves Dr. Light, but Dr. Wily manages to get away. Gameplay in Mega Man 5 is nearly identical to the previous games in the series. The player must run, jump, and shoot their way through various levels that each end in a boss battle with one of the robot masters. Defeating the robot master lets the player copy their special weapon. Mega Man's rechargeable Mega Buster returns for Mega Man 4. The player can also call on Rush to reach large platforms and cross large gaps using the coil or jet modes available. Some of the levels designed in Mega Man 5 are unique up to this point in the series. For example, in Gravity Man's stage, the gravity is reversed from the floor to the ceiling, while in Wave Man's stage, the player drives a watercraft from the halfway point to the boss's room. Each of the 8 robot masters contains a letter. Collecting all 8 letters, they spell out the word Mega Man 5, and in doing so gives the player access to a new ally, a robot bird named Beat. The player can call on Beat as a weapon to attack any on-screen enemies. Mega Man 5 received generally positive reviews from many gaming publications during its original release, but however, with the exception of Beat, the game has been criticized for not bringing anything new to the series. Mega Man 5, also known as Rockman World 5 in Japan, is the 5th and final game in the Game Boy version of the original Mega Man series. The story of Mega Man 5 starts out when Mega Man and Roll are suddenly confronted by a mysterious new robot calling himself Terra. Mega Man attempts to fight Terra only to find his Mega Buster arm cannon having no effect on this powerful new enemy. Mega Man is then knocked unconscious and wakes up in Dr. Light's laboratory hours later. Learning that a group of robots from outer space called the Star Droids are leading multiple attacks on the Earth, Mega Man is presented with a new and more powerful Mega Arm to help him fight the Star Droids. After defeating all the star droids, including Terra, Megaman finds out that his arch-enemy Dr. Wily was ordering them to destroy the Earth. Megaman then sets off to Dr. Wily's new starbase to stop him. After Dr. Wily is stopped, he releases a mysterious and ancient robot called Sunstar to destroy Megaman. However, Sunstar disobeys and attacks Dr. Wily instead, and then turns his fight towards Megaman. Megaman wins the battle and tries to convince Sunstar to let Dr. Light repair him, but Sunstar refuses and chooses to stay on the exploding base while Megaman escapes safely. The player's primary weapon is the Mega Arm. By charging up and releasing the fire button causes Megaman's arm to detach, striking an enemy and then reattaching it back onto Megaman. After defeating 2 of the bosses, the player gains access to new modes for Rush, who can transform into a coil mode and a jet mode. Mega Man 5 also has an additional Super Game Boy support, which allows the game to be played with a custom color scheme and border on the Super Nintendo. Mega Man also introduces Tango the Cat. Like Beat from the previous installments in the series, Tango will appear on screen when summoned, transforming into a buzzsaw and start ricocheting around the room, killing enemies. The player can also return to Dr. Light between stages to purchase items using power chips or P-chips scattered throughout the game, much like in Mega Man 4. Mega Man 5 breaks several trends released on the Game Boy. Prior to its release, games in the series featured a set of 4 Robot Masters from its NES counterpart, and a second 4 from the succeeding NES game in the series. Mega Man 5 instead features an entirely original enemy characters with the Star Droids, who are all named after planets in the solar system: Neptune, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Pluto, Uranus, Jupiter, Saturn, and Terra. Other trends broken include the fact there are 9 Robot Masters instead of 8, and also that Dr. Wily is not the final boss, even though he's in the game. Mega Man 6 was released in Japan on October 5th of 1993, and in North America the following March. A standard action platformer, Mega Man 6 plays nearly identical to its 5 predecessors. The plot of Mega Man 6 takes place after the events of Mega Man 5. The first annual Robot Masters tournament is held in order to test the designing capabilities of the world's greatest robotic engineers. The tournament is hosted by a man known as Mr. X. Dr. Light decides not to enter the tournament, but to send Mega Man to supervise the event, as many strong Robot Masters participate. Near the end of the tournament, Mr. X announces that he has reprogrammed the 8 finalists to do his bidding in taking over the world. Dr. Light immediately orders Mega Man to put an end to this madness. Mega Man must defeat waves and waves of robots until he defeats all 8 of the Robot Masters: Blizzard Man, Wind Man, Flame Man, Plant Man, Tomahawk Man, Yamato Man, Night Man, and Centaur Man, and then makes his way to Dr. X's fortress. Dr. X is defeated and quickly removes his disguise, revealing himself as none other than Dr. Wily. The evil scientist runs away to a new fortress stronghold, where Mega Man follows him and defeats him once again. After years of fighting the robotic hero, Dr. Wily is finally put to justice and sent to prison. The gameplay in Mega Man 6 is largely similar to the other 5 NES games. The player's primary method of attack is the Mega Buster, which can be charged for a more powerful blast. At the end of each stage, a boss is fought. The player then inherits the Robot Master's weapon to use as their own. These 8 levels can be completed in any order, although all the Robot Masters are weak to a specific weapon. One major change to the gameplay are 2 adapters that combine Mega Man and his dog Rush into special forms. The first, Jet Mega Man, lets the player hover for a brief period of time, but cannot use his charged shots. The second, Power Mega Man, utilizes a powerful short-range punch attack for destroying large blocks. The player cannot slide when using either adapter. Mega Man 6 also follows a less linear way to completing each stage. There are 2 pathways in many of the stages that lead to boss rooms, but the player is often required to use one of the rush adapters to begin the alternate route. Even though each pathway will clear the stage, only one of them will give the player a letter. If the player collects 4 letters spelling the word beat, then the player will be allowed to call on Beat to attack enemies. The Robot Masters featured in some of the Mega Man games in the past were a result of a design contest held in Japan, in which the fans of the series would submit their character ideas to Capcom. After the release of Mega Man 5, the magazine Nintendo Power held a similar contest for North America. 2 of the robots included in Mega Man 6, Nightman and Windman, were designed by North American fans who entered the Nintendo Power contest. Mega Man 6 is the last title in the franchise to be released for the 8-bit NES. A few months after the publication of Mega Man 5, Capcom announced the 6th installment in the series, as well as Mega Man Soccer and Mega Man X for the Super Nintendo. Capcom chose not to publish this game, but instead, Nintendo of America published it in March of 1994. Mega Man 6 was showcased alongside Mega Man X at the 1994 Winter Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas.